Match 4, we're currently 3-0. We get the die roll. Unfortunately, we're playing against the same person as last time. And we get another library draw. So we're going to be very happy to have that. We're going to get to library, and hopefully we're going to get to Time Walk very soon. We're fine with the probe. Not that we can do anything about it, but it does show that our hand's a little weak. And so we'll draw off library. We can now play C Mox. So C and Mox brings us to 6, Time Walk to 5. So I think we want to play it a bit slow here. So we're going to Ancestral in response to the Brainstorm. He can misstep that. Now, we would have liked to be able to misstep the Brainstorm there. We don't really want our opponent to have draw threes or ways to, actually find pressure. The thing in the ice will be pressure later on, and it means we need to be a little bit careful with things like Blightsteel Colossus. Alright, we'll play a Mox. We'll play our Time Walk. Draw another card. And we definitely want to jam Dak here. We're okay if it gets forced. We'll just draw another 2 cards next turn. Probably jam out top. And we're definitely going to jam Dak again. And our opponent's just scooped. Clearly they're out of gas, and we're going to be drawing about 1 million cards a turn for the rest of the game. So alright, we're going to be on the draw for this one. We were assuming that our opponent would be on the mental, like he was last time. With Thing in the Ice, I'm not so sure. I can't imagine wanting to play Thing in the Ice with a Monastery Mentor in your deck. They're kind of at odds with each other. I guess you can choose which one to play, but I have to now assume he's just on something completely different. We're going to keep this hand. We have interaction. We have plenty of cards to draw. We have a way of punishing our opponent. In an ideal world, we'll draw a Mox and we'll stick a Notion Thief with Flusterstorm backup in front of his first, probably second draw spell, I guess. So we're going to be happy to preordain. There's that Mox that we wanted. So I think we're going to scry Notion Thief to the bottom. Keep the Mox. How do we sideboard for this? So we haven't brought in Deluge this time, which makes sense. We haven't seen any evidence of white, so we haven't seen any evidence of mental. We have seen red, so we consider that to be evidence of Dak, which gives us Blightsteel. And so that just means we're playing a pretty standard cut a land, cut Blightsteel, cut Crypt, bring in Notion Thief and 2 Mindbreak Traps to win counterspell battles. So what we might want to do next turn, I wonder what we can draw. So we have something like Notion Thief plus Ancestral plus Flusterstorm here at the moment. I think this coming turn we're just going to... If we don't stick it on... It's probably worth trying to stick it on upkeep. I guess we want to have the gotcha moment, but... I guess we don't need to go for it just yet. We're developing a mana. We keep drawing lands. Our opponent's not really doing anything. Although that Tundra is worrying for the sake of a mentor. Alright, so... We're definitely going to drain the deck. We definitely want to... That's 100%. The deck at the moment would actually punish our board a little bit too much, so we could go after something like Lotus, which forces us then to Notion Thief before we're ready, or before we necessarily want to, and we might as well just use the drain while we've got it. Snapcaster Mage is going to be fun when we can do it. And so we're just making sure our Ancestral resolves here. Our opponent can always misstep or force, but I'm guessing if they're burning a Pyroblast, they probably don't have either of those. And I think we're happy to just take a Time Walk here. So we can play a Jace. That's why we really should have played the Lotus first, because I think with Lotus first we would have been able to fluster the Force of Will, which he really should have already cast. So fluster the Force of Will and cast a Time Walk. As it stands now, our opponent's running pretty low. Pretty low on gas, and we have Yawgmoth's Will in hand. So we're going to cast a Time Walk to begin with. We can misstep it. And yep, we're going to vamp. Didn't see what we vamped for, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. Okay, so a Braid, which is our out to mentor here. And I feel like we can Yorg's Will into Lotus into Jace, bounce the Monk token, which I feel is a pretty good line right now. I've obviously missed it because I haven't done anything, or I've decided it's better to wait a turn so I can hold up extra interaction. Okay, so Force of Will definitely makes this a correct line. I think we can now so if we force, alright, so we mana drain instead, so that buys us 5 mana, which I guess with the fetch land and the Lotus lets us Jace Time Walk, so we get to draw 3 this turn, bounce the Monk next turn and bash. But that's match 4 down.